Gabrielle here, walking day 86. The blog title was called Why Did I Do That? Character. Within this point, looking at the character I've created, called the Why Did I Do That character, within this point, within this character coming up, I saw it was actually in place to keep myself sabotaged within myself, because within myself I've been living in this point of polarity of seeing myself inferior to others, within this desire to be more than others. So within playing in this polarity, or living in this polarity play out of desiring to be more than others, within that balancing act of the desire to be more, I live into the point of being less, because within life, obviously, there's going to be people that are always going to be better and more talented and skilled within what they do, and I'm always going to look at that person in an inferior, superior play out, always within myself, sabotaging myself, because that's not how life is. Life is equal in one, and thus I have the ability to be equal in one to that person. I have the ability to express in what I'd like to express in, and we don't have to live within polarities. We don't have to live within the point of, oh, I want to be this, but I'm not this. And within that, seeing yourself not that, you are sabotaging yourself. Well, I'm sabotaging myself because I'm actually am that. I have created that. I am that point that I don't want to be. Yeah. So within this point of playing into this inferior, the desire to be more, and thus living within this point of being inferior to those that I see as more, I have created this character of why did I do that? So every time I make a value judgment of something that I do in front of other people, within myself I go into a constriction, and this character comes up of, why did you do that? Like, you're such an idiot. Why did you go and, I don't know, say I burped or something in front of people by accident. Go into this whole point of embarrassment and seeing myself less than these other people, and going into my head and yelling at myself, why did you do that? Now these people are going to think you're a slob, and they're not going to like you, and it's a fear of not being liked and being seen by within others' eyes is less than I want to be seen in. I want to be seen as, the best, the top, very composed and put together, and this so I can kind of buy friends, I guess. So this character is a play out of self-sabotage. And within this point of self-sabotage, it's based on not allowing myself to express myself in life, not allowing myself to walk through my livings that aren't necessarily aligned with equality and oneness, so I can walk through it, learn from it, see what I'm missing, see what I'm not facing, so I can face the point and change. So within the so-called falls within process, these are always opportunities for change, for learning, for expansion, for growing within yourself. So it's a point of, who are you going to be within the fall? You're going to allow the fall to take you over and just go into a depression and this anger towards myself as this, why did I do this, or why did you do that character, completely compromise myself and not allow myself to change. So within this point, realizing that I have to stop sabotaging myself, stop the point of existing within this why did I do that character. Don't accept myself to go there. Allow myself to align with what I've done, who I'm being within the moment, accepting myself for who I am, and thus within this acceptance, allow myself to see what I'm doing, how I'm being, through this seeing, through this living, and to the point, writing it out, using the tools, self-forgiveness, self-honesty, self-corrective action, walk the change. So the falls are points in process that allow us to grow, expand, see who we're being, and change. So it's not necessary to have this character within myself of, why did you do that, suppressing myself, degrading myself, sabotaging myself, when it's just a point that needs correction. I mean, there's no way that you can walk through life in absolute self-perfection until you've walked absolute self-perfection, and of course that's a process. You can't, get on a bike and automatically ride the bike immediately. You've got to learn to paddle, you've got to learn to become stable on the bike, you've got to learn the balance of the bike and yourself, the, equal and one balance within being on the bike, moving your feet, pushing the pedals and going and, gaining stability, and then you'll be able to ride the bike. It doesn't take one go and you're done. It takes steps. It takes, time to learn, understand, gain a living experience, and change yourself to adapt to, how it is to ride a bike, what it takes to ride the bike. You learn and grow and expand, and then eventually you'll be able to ride the bike. So it's a process to learn, because within ourselves we immediately want to go and sabotage ourselves and go into this separation, and it's based on also points that I walk through, the self-forgiveness of seeing myself as unworthy and not deserving of life, not deserving of being a being who is free in expression and able to just live here and express myself and not have any value judgments against myself, but accept myself and accept others for who we are. And live this acceptance, and then just change as we walk our processes. And eventually we'll be here and equal in one, and from there we'll keep living and expressing and continue to grow and expand and change as we see, we've gone out of alignment and we need to go back into alignment, into oneness and equality, into the principles of what we live. It's not the end of the world to, live faulty, because that shows that there's something going on within your process that's not in equilibrium, that's not aligned with the principles of oneness and equality. So then you see what it is through investigating yourself, then you get back on process and you keep on trekking. So it's always a point of allowing myself to breathe, allowing myself to live, not being so hard on myself, being gentle with myself, humble, and definitely not allowing these characters of self-sabotage, such as this why did I do that character. It's not necessary. Stopping the memories that were brought up within childhood of desiring to be liked and seeing that I have to kind of form and fall in line with others to be liked. If I didn't, then I'd be an outcast and be made fun of, whatever the points were. And I hated, not hated, but I didn't like that feeling of being humiliated and outcasted, so I kind of allowed myself to fall in line and kind of please the people I wanted to be friends with. So this was a self-compromise of myself. So stopping that point, stopping the memories of that, and just walking his breath, changing myself within oneness and equality, stopping polarities from directing me, and stop sabotaging myself within this point of believing that I don't deserve a life, because I am life. I'm living life here, and I just have to walk the process to align myself with what's best for all in oneness and equality as who I am, as life. So that's what this process is about. And check out desteni.org, or check out the blog within this post description, this video description, and read through the self-forgiveness that I wrote in terms of this video that I just spoke about. So why did I do that character? Alright, thanks for watching and take care.